How many of you have had banana bread ever? Howdy my free friends. Today I will be sharing the recipe how to make banana bread at home. So let's get started with peeling the banana. To make banana bread, we need over-ripened banana. So if you have left over-ripened banana in your kitchen, you can use to make banana bread. It's so easy and simple. So to make this banana bread, here I am taking 3 bananas. No one likes to eat over-ripened banana, but if you have left some, you can use to make banana bread. It's breaking. As you can see, it is so over-ripened so it could not even hold its shape. As I have said, I am taking 3 banana to make this bread. Actually, banana bread is not a bread, it's a cake. It is from America and people in America call this cake a bread. I don't know why, but they call it a bread. Okay, so here I am using a fork to mash banana. Mash the banana well. After mashing the banana, we will be putting sugar, and here also I am using granular sugar in this bread. But if you want, you also can put castor sugar in this recipe. But I prefer granular sugar whenever I make carrot cake or banana bread. So here I am putting almost 2 cups of granular sugar, and with the use of whisker I am mixing it. And now here we need to whisk it until sugar dissolves completely, and you will see the mixture will get thin. As you can see, mixture is getting thinner. Keep mixing it until sugar dissolves completely. And if you want to make your work easier, you also can use electric beater to mix it. You guys might be wondering why I'm using whisker to whisk it, not beater. I'm using this because I love my whisker. This is one thing in the baker's toolkit that baker loves a lot. So you can call it baker's best friend. Okay, so after mixing your banana and sugar, here I am putting 2 eggs in my batter. This banana bread recipe is so simple and easy that you do not need to be very professional or something to bake this bread. Just put the ingredients in a bowl, mix them up and bake it. So after putting the eggs, here I am giving my mixture a very good whisk. Keep mixing it until your eggs will incorporate well. In baking, also in cooking, every ingredient has its time to get in the bowl. So whenever you bake anything, always follow the method which is given in the recipe. So keep remember this thing. Now after eggs, here I am putting almost half cup of vegetable oil. Here I have used normal vegetable oil. If you have, you can use canola oil also. If you guys have noticed, I have wasted after putting every ingredient. So always mix the ingredient well before putting another ingredient. If you guys have noticed, I have only put the wet ingredients first in the bowl and mixing them. Before putting the dry ingredients in the bowl, mix the wet ingredients very well. So after mixing the wet ingredients, here I am putting the dry ingredients into my mixing bowl. So here the dry ingredients are refined flour. This is almost 250 grams of refined flour I have taken. If you want, you also can sift the flour in a separate bowl before putting in the wet ingredients. So after refined flour, here I am taking baking powder. Put 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Along with that, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now after putting baking soda, sift your dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. Here I think flour is too much, so I have to use a spoon to sift it. If I need, I would have sift the flour in a separate bowl. But fine, I can manage this. But still, it is too frustrating. I'm wondering and thinking myself, why did I not use that another bowl to sift the flour? It's too much. Okay, so I have managed somehow. Now here I am sifting the flour using my palm. Okay, so finally my flour has gone into the mixing bowl. Now I am mixing it again. After putting flour, still I am using my whisker to whisk it or mix it. If you want, you also can use rubber spatula, which you can see sitting next to my bowl. It is totally fine to use spatula to mix it. At this stage, you can put vanilla essence if you want. I did not add because I wanted that rustic, eggy aroma in my bread. We all know it is not a bread, but still we call it bread. How crazy it is. Mix it well until you get very smooth batter. Once my batter is ready, here I am using my rubber spatula to scrape the sides of my bowl. Always work clean to keep the area clean and make your work easier. So now here my batter is ready. Now I am pouring my batter into the loaf pan, which is of 700 grams. If you don't have loaf pan, you can use cake tin also to bake this cake. As I have said, it is not a bread but cake, but still people call it a bread. So you can bake it in the cake tin also. Now time to put this in the preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for almost 40 minutes. After it's been baked, let it get cool first before demolding. It's already cooled. Take it out carefully and remove the butter paper from the sides. It smells so good, and I could eat the entire loaf of this bread. It's so amazing. Now let's cut it. I bet you, whenever you try this bread at home, it will fill the kitchen with the aroma of that fresh banana bread. See, it is so amazing. It smells good, and see how soft it is. So why don't you guys try this out at home? I'm sure you will not get over this bread. If you really like my video, do like, comment, share and please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.